Hi, this is Mrs. Wilbanks, and this is
Eli.
And we are going to talk to you today about the reading strategies. They are active reading strategies. They keep your brain active while you're reading. So when good readers are reading, their mind isn't just blank. It's going, it's doing all kinds of things. So that's what we're going to teach you today. And Eli, do you want to tell them what book that you're going to be reading as we teach them about the strategies?
Batman!
Eli loves superheroes.
And I even got new Next things.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have tons of Batman stuff.
The first strategy of good readers is good readers ask questions. So questioning. You can ask questions because you don't know something, like you're confused. What's this word mean? What does the author mean here? Or because you're just a curious person and you wonder. Eli, if you were reading this page about Wonder Woman, what are some questions that you would have as a good reader?
How does she be fast? I thought Flash was only the fastest. Does she get freezed in a swimsuit?
Yeah. Does she get freezing cold wearing a swimsuit all day?
Yeah!
Good questions. And so I have on the back here, though, that the very best kind of questions that we are going to work on in 7th grade are questioning the author's choices. So if Eli were wondering as he's reading this book why they don't have anything about Green Lantern or why they don't have anything about Flash, why did the author leave out these superheroes? You know, that would be questioning the author's choice. Or if he wonders why it's written a certain way, that's questioning the author's choice. So questioning. The next thing that good readers do is predict. They're constantly making predictions of what's going to happen next in the story. So Eli, if you are reading this page where Batman is chasing Two-Face, what do you predict is going to happen next?
He has missiles, so Batman's gonna lose.
Okay, so you predict that Batman will lose?
Mm-hmm.
And why do you think that?
Because there's 3 bad guys and only one Batman, but Batman has a super fast car. Even though he has a super fast car to chase him, he has missiles, so they can get him.
Okay.
They can get him.
So Eli is doing something that good readers do. Of course, you can predict, but to make it the very best prediction, you're going to give evidence why from the text. So pointing back to the text and saying, I think this is going to happen because right here it says. And for a kid who's 5, it's based on a picture. He sees that there's 3 bad guys and only one Batman, or that the bad guys have more missiles. So he's using textual evidence to back up his prediction. That's awesome. You should do that too. The next thing good readers do is they connect. They're constantly making connections in their brain when they're reading. So Eli, if you are reading this page where Batman is chasing Catwoman because she stole a diamond, is there anything that reminds you of?
Somebody stole something of mine before.
Yeah, and that's what connecting's all about. You don't have to connect to the exact situation and scenario because most likely you haven't had a diamond stolen from you like in this book, but you can relate to someone taking something that's yours. And so there are 3 ways to connect. You can connect to your life or someone you know's life, like Eli just did. You can connect to another book or a movie that you've read, and you can connect to current events that are happening in the world. So if you know of something that was just stolen in the world, you saw that on the news, you could make that connection. So that's connecting. The next active reading strategy is visualizing. Visualizing is when you picture what you read and it's like a movie in your mind. So Eli, I want you to close your eyes while I read you this page and try to picture it, and then you can tell the students what you pictured while I read it, okay? Funhouse escape. 3 villains have caught Robin and trapped him in the Funhouse fairground ride. Batman arrives on his Batcycle. He rescues Robin and restores law and order to Gotham City. Could you picture that? You can open your eyes. Tell the students what you pictured as I read that to you.
Joker's Funhouse with Batman riding his motorcycle with Robin hanging up.
Ooh, Robin was hanging up, like trapped.
Like he was trapped, and Joker punched him in both eyes.
Punched Robin?
Mhm.
Oh no.
Because Joker, his villain, Batman's villain, and then Batman punched him in the nose, and then he flung away with a fling shot. Because Batman had a fling shot on his car, so then on the
Okay.
motorcycle,
So-
then they fling shotted him.
So the very best way to visualize in 7th grade, we're not just going to work on picturing, but also being able to point to the text. The author helps me visualize by, and then pointing back and actually quoting the text and saying when, these specific words are what helped me visualize. So that's visualizing. The next thing good readers do is they clarify. When something is unclear, good readers do something about it to clear it up. You can reread. That's my favorite. That's why I start it. You can reread a sentence to clarify what it meant. You can reread a paragraph. You can reread the whole chapter, but good readers are constantly going back and clarifying and rereading. You can also ask for help from a friend, from a teacher, and then you can look things up, whether it's looking up something in the dictionary or Google to help you figure out. Clarify. Eli, is there anything that you need to ask for help because you don't understand it?
What even is laughing gas? Is it tooting and laughing?
Yeah, so there's a page that talks about laughing gas with Joker, and he didn't know what laughing gas was, so he asked. That's clarifying. A good reader is constantly clarifying, making sure that they understand. And the last thing good readers do is evaluate. Evaluate is when you have an opinion or judgment about what you're reading. So if you're reading and you think a character makes a really good choice, you could evaluate and say, I think that was a really good choice. I would have done that too. It's where you get to use your opinion. So in my opinion, that was a really bad choice, or I don't know what they were thinking. Something like that. You can evaluate the author's choices too. Eli, is there anything in here that you have an opinion about in your book?
Why does this guy even... He's too scared to just fight himself. He has to build a robot. Jeez. Why is he like that? Jeez.
So you think Lex Luthor should fight Batman himself instead, or is it Superman? You think Lex Luthor should fight Superman himself instead of building a robot to do it?
Yes.
Kind of cowardly. All right. So those are the reading strategies, guys. Don't forget to take the quiz.